Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com with our latest movie poster special. This little thing is that asked the question you didn't even realise you needed answering, did you really? You didn't even know that it needed answering. What's better, the movie or its poster? Well, today we're going to look at Red Planet. So at the moment, I think the posters are winning on these that we've done so far, but how are we going to do with this one? Obviously, Red Planet from the year 2000. Val Kilmer, of course, gets the lead there, doesn't he? Even the sort of razor going onto his head out. The Carrie-Ann Moss, lovely, brilliant Carrie-Ann Moss, and obviously, Tom Sizemore. It always interests me on posters how that and it's not unusual that the people's names are never over the people. Obviously, they're never in order. And it's not just that poster. It's always amazed me how it never was. And obviously, it's symmetry, isn't it? It's obviously for symmetry values, but it just does look a little bit silly that obviously Carrie-Ann Moss doesn't look very Carrie-Ann Moss-like, does she? But gripping sci-fi thrill of the times, the effects are out of this world, the star. So that's a Red Planet. So what was it about? What's the information on the Red Planet? Well, it was made in 2000, as I said. It was an American-Australian science fiction thriller film directed by Anthony Hoffman and starred Val Kilmer, Carrie-Ann Moss, and Tom Sizemore as the three main guys. It was released on the 10th of November in 2000, and it was a critical and commercial failure. And this actually was Anthony Hoffman's only feature film. He did do a lot of commercials, and I don't think he's done a feature film since this because he was probably so disappointed and probably no one will let him loose on a film, to be honest with you. What's the storyline? Well, familiar storyline. It's the near future. Earth is dying, of course it is. A new colony on Mars could be humanity's only hope. A team of American astronauts, each a specialist in a different field, is making the first manned expedition to the Red Planet and must struggle to overcome the differences in their personalities, backgrounds, and ideologies for the overall good of the mission. When their equipment suffers life-threatening damage and the crew must depend on one another for survival on the hostile surface of Mars, their doubts, fears, and questions about God, man's destiny, and the nature of the universe become defining elements in their fates. In this alien environment, they must come face to face with their most human selves. So it's a good story, a good plot, a good setup for a story, isn't it? A bit of trivia about the film. Val Kilmer and Tom Sizemore couldn't really stand each other. They beginning to have fights during this film, according to many reports. It all began when Kilmer got annoyed about a fancy exercise machine that Sizemore wanted shipped from England to the set in Australia. It was filmed in Australia mainly. Eventually, the two hated each other so much, Kilmer would not come out of his trailer if Sizemore was on the set. Many of their scenes together were filmed over the shoulders of photo doubles. Kilmer reportedly refused to say Sizemore's character's name, saying instead, "Hey, you." So obviously there's a little bit of animosity on the set. I mean, obviously they're quite close on that poster, aren't they? But obviously I don't think in real life it was like that, was it? Only by the sounds of it. Unlike many other science fiction films, the behaviour of fire in Zero Gravity is depicted quite realistically, so watch out for that if you go back and watch it again. Well, obviously it was a bit of a flop and a failure. Was it deserved? Well, it had a Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, they obviously very critical, aren't they, movies? They don't like a movie, you soon find out on Rotten Tomatoes. They only had a tiny 14% approval rating. The critics weren't much better. I mean, they on Internet Movie Database, they had a score of 3.4 out of 10, their average score. Dallas Observer's Gregory Winecuff rated it 4 out of 10. And he actually said at the time, visit Red Planet and you'll boldly go where everyone has gone before. So implying obviously it's just more and more of the same. The Internet Movie Database review, which is Joe Public, you and me, the people who watched it, it's a little bit kind. We give it a 5.7 out of 10. So we're getting up to the watchable rating. And what I think, well, I think I've watched it again recently. I did watch it at the time. It was reasonably popular in the shop at the time. And I think time has been a bit kinder to this. It's not a bad turn your brain off. Just sit back and enjoy it for what it is as an action thriller. There's technically, I mean, obviously whether things are realistic or not, there's a nice little. There's two sort of stories going on with one. You know, there's a story going on in the ship that's obviously orbiting Mars, and obviously what's going on the ground, and obviously there's various nastiness on the planet that's causing the people who are on the planet some problems. So yeah, I mean it's really good action thriller. It never sort of it's not too long, so it gets going quite quickly. I quite like the characters, so I quite enjoyed it. And when you look at something like the recent sci-fi blockbusters Ad Astra, it's just nice to have something that's a little bit simpler and easy to understand and goes from A to Z. There's no flashbacks in time and flitting from one thing to another. So it's quite nice to just be able to turn your brain off and just to watch it for what it is. In the year 2000, we also had films like Mission to Mars and Ghosts of Mars that came out. And to be honest with you, at that time, I think Red Planet was probably the best of these as well. And I think it scored higher as well as those that there used to be a thing about Mars in the year 2000s, like there was 3 or 4 years ago with the new films about Mars, especially with the Martian film, which came out, which was absolutely it, which was excellent. As we, whether you agree or not, I don't know, but I really enjoyed Martian. But 20 years later, we've progressed 20 years now, and it's still entertaining. And obviously, the effects are very, very good again. The effects are good. It doesn't. The characters are good. I sort of invested in the characters. I quite liked to know what was going to happen to them, which also helps in the film. And obviously, I think you have to sort of seek it out, not if nothing else, but to spot the animosity. If you can spot any animosity between Sizemore and Kilmer while you're watching the film, and try and look for these body doubles and these camera doubles that had to film some of the scenes, that probably make the film a little bit more entertaining. I mean, my MGM rating, I mean, I've had a look at this again now, and I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. As you know, a rating of 6 is a watchable rating for me. So I honestly think it's just a bit better than watchable. If you like a good sci-fi action thriller that's a simple watch, not too complicated. If you've not seen this, please go back and watch Red Planet. I would recommend it. Let me know what you think. As for the poster, well, it's okay, isn't it? It's not a bad poster. I'm going to go... If we're going to rate the poster, I'll say 6.5 as well. So I'm going to be boring and go for a draw today. So it's the movie 6.5, the poster 6.5. So it's a score draw today on the movie versus the poster, in my opinion. I mean, do you agree or disagree? Just let me know in the comments below what you think. If you agree with my scores on that for the poster and the film, don't forget. I mean, I'm getting some comments on the other little specials I've done on posters and movies. So hopefully this is a little bit of fun, a bit of a laugh. And obviously we're looking back at an old film, one you may have missed that's worth a rewatch or worth watching for the first time. And I recommend Red Planet. Nothing brilliant, nothing fantastic, nothing too deep. Just a bang average, turn your brain off and enjoy. Anyway, thanks. Hope you enjoyed that anyway. Please push the subscribe button. Push the bell notifications so you know when these reviews are coming out. You can follow me on Twitter, nostalgia_movie, and obviously on Facebook at Bernard Dinneen, with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my website, where you can buy this little beauty. I've plenty of copies of Red Planet, and an A2 size, 23-inch by 17-inch approximately in old money. I can't remember what that is in centimetres. I'm being old-fashioned now, but nice poster, great for framing, great condition. So they're all available on moviegamenostalgia.com with obviously board games and DVDs as well. So have a look on there, see what you think. Anything you're after that you perhaps might not, if you like older DVDs, I've got a lot of the rarer DVDs on there. So, but if there's anything particular you're after, just give us a shout now. You can try and find it for you, or point in the right direction, or get hold of it for you. Anyway, thanks for watching that. Whatever you're going to do with the rest of your day, look after yourself, look after your friends, and more importantly, look after your family. And hopefully I'll see you all again very soon for another one of these or something else. But hope you'll join me soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.